I'm pretty excited because I just got the results back for the anti-TPO test, and it's pretty darn good. My name is Vita Evenson. I'm a carnivore, and I got herpes. Let's just take a quick look at this. When I went carnivore in March 3 years ago, a couple of months later in the summertime, I went and did a full blood test to see, if this carnivore diet was going to kill me or not. My thyroid levels were all okay, except for the anti-TPO level, which was up in like above 2,000. Above 2,000. And you know what the range is? Apparently, it's supposed to be like around 30, not 2030, 30. So I kept going. And at the time, I remember, because my hands were shaking and there were all sorts of markers for this Hashimoto's thing. And I'm like, okay, maybe that might be the reason why I was having such intense outbreaks all these years, or all those years. And as I kept going on the carnivore diet, of course, all the shaking stopped. I would allow myself a cup of coffee as my vice. I like to have a vice. And I just kept getting better and better and better. It was just 2 months after that when I basically stopped getting outbreaks altogether. So how much of this is from an autoimmune issue, right? How much? And you can fix your autoimmune issues through diet. So I looked online here, and they have this, the AIP, the Autoimmune Protocol diet. And, it talks about eliminating much of the foods that we normally eat. And here in Greece, we do the Mediterranean diet. Duh, we're in Greece. But there's a lot of bread, there's sugar, you can have your little cakes and this and that. And I just went and cut all of that out, just got rid of it. And I didn't do the autoimmune protocol diet. I did none of that. I just went carnivore with the animal-based Dr. Paul Saladino. I'll hook him up here. So that's what I did. And then I did that for the first few months. And then I got rid of all the fruits. And we're talking low glycemic fruits like avocados, zucchini, things like that, right? I mean, just a few things. I would basically just eat avocado and zucchini. And once in a while, I would do berries when we got to the mainland and I could get some blueberries. That was basically it. The basic protocol here is, let me just go down to the foods to avoid. The foods to avoid on this autoimmune protocol are grains, rice, wheat, oats, barley, rye, all that good stuff, which means don't eat any bread, pasta, or breakfast cereals. Yes. Legumes, lentils, beans, peas, peanuts, right? Tofu, tempeh, mock meats, like fake meats. Don't do that. And peanut butter. Oh, I love peanut butter. But not anymore. Nightshade vegetables, you guys. This is a pretty big one, the nightshades. They really do inflame. It's kind of good to just stay away from them, at least for a while you're getting your body back in working order, in shape, in a place where you don't need to break out all the time with these massive herpes outbreaks, or even just one herpes outbreak. Nightshades, those are eggplants, peppers, potatoes, not sweet potatoes, potatoes. Man, stay away from potatoes. Okay, all right, I'll just keep my mouth shut. That's my personal opinion. Tomatoes, tomatillos, spices that are derived from the nightshade vegetables, such as paprika. Yeah, just stay away from those. It says here to stay away from eggs. What? Whole eggs, egg whites, or foods containing these ingredients. Questions on that one. And it says to stay away from dairy, from cows, goats, or sheep's milk, as well as foods derived from these milks, such as cream cheese, butter, or ghee. I eat a lot of butter. And I eat cheese as well. Nuts and seeds, yeah. Well, this is where my coffee thing, I'll have to do some thinking on, and how to, what my next step will be. So nuts and seeds, right? Just stay away from all of them. No alcohol and coffee, it says here. But you can drink tea. But tea comes from the leaf. So, okay, yeah, I get that. Processed vegetable oils. Generally, just stay away. I would say a much more derogatory term there. Stay the away from seed oils. Stay away. Don't bother. They are the worst. They are the worst out there. So like canola, rapeseed, corn, cottonseed, palm, kernel, safflower, soybean, and sunflower oils. No. And I'm not talking about people with autoimmune issues. Just stay away from them completely. I mentioned that yesterday, right? Only olive oil. You can do olive oil because olives are fruits. Yes, olives are fruits. Very, very low glycemic fruits. So you can do that, right? Refined and processed sugars, food additives and artificial sweeteners. Trans fats, food colorings, emulsifiers, and thickeners, as well as artificial sweeteners such as stevia, mannitol, and xylitol. Okay, you guys, right? Why would anybody want to put that kind of thing in their body? I mean, this is your greatest asset. Why would you want to mess that up? I mean, why? In my personal opinion, actual sugar is a heck of a lot better than any of the other things. And still, I wouldn't put sugar in my body anymore. I was a huge sugar fan. I loved my sweets. Loved them. So, can you eat honey? I am inclined to believe that, yes, you can eat a little bit of honey as long as you are not getting any outbreaks, as long as you are not having any other health problems. I don't mean, you guys, like just kind of sort of health problems. I mean like you're running and humming and in this vibration state of, man, I feel good. If you're there and you're steadily there, you can try eating like a half a teaspoon of honey. That's what I did. But you know what? When I tried the honey, I actually didn't like it anymore. Your taste buds change. They do. They change, and they cannot accept that much sweetness. Believe me, it's unreal how that happens, but it really does. If you cut it out and get rid of it and do it for an extended period of time, and then you come back and have a little bit of honey, you're like, oh man, oof, can't do that. It says the things to eat are vegetables, fresh fruit, tubers, minimally processed meat, fermented probiotic rich foods, but non-dairy, minimally processed vegetable oils like olive oil. They call it a vegetable oil, but these are fruit oils. So the olive oil is a fruit oil, avocado is a fruit oil, and coconut oil is a fruit oil. Herbs and spices, as long as they're not derived from a seed or a chili pepper. You can have vinegars as long as there's no sugars added to the vinegars. Natural sweeteners like maple syrup and honey, in moderation, it says here. So, you know, for people like us, that means like next to nothing. And I mean next to nothing. Like maybe you can put some on the tip of a teaspoon, like the tip. Like, can you see like that? This much, like a drop. Maybe a drop if you really have to have something sweet. But personally, just get rid of it. Certain teas, you can have green and black tea at an average, it says, of 3 to 4 cups a day. So maybe I will switch from my coffee to tea and do another session and see if I can bring the 64 number down to 30. Let me just come in here and tell you something. When I did these first blood tests that were at 2,549.9, that was where my anti-TPO was. It says on that 60.0 IUs per milliliter was the above 60, and you should kind of like get yourself checked. And the other day when I went, they moved it down to 30. I had no idea. I didn't know that they lowered the markers. I know they do that for like cholesterol and things like that. They keep lowering it. I mean, I don't know why. What? To sell like more medications? Like, yeah, I kind of have a thing with the whole conventional medicine thing. And I'm not against taking medications. If you need to take them, you better take them. So if it's at 60, the way it was 3 years ago, and I'm at 64, I'm pretty much healed of whatever it was, that the Hashimoto's markers that I was like skyrocketing at 2,549.9. Really? When I went in and found that my anti-TPO levels were up in the 2000s and above, I was like, oh, Hashimoto's. Okay, so how long have I been having really, 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 really bad outbreaks? Well, for the past 10 years. Well, yeah, about 10 years. Okay. There were some high stress levels back when I was 47, 48. And I thought that it was from that, but it could be a combination of both. And you know what? None of it matters. Really. I mean, none of it matters. What matters is today, your pal here, Vita Evenson, gets like no outbreaks. I don't get outbreaks anymore. And I just found out that the anti-TPO level, which was like way up there, is now down to 64. I think that's pretty darn good. I mean, that's telling me a lot about my diet and what's happening. So I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Take care, you guys, and I will see you again very soon with our next video, with my next video. It's just me and you guys out there. Please click the subscribe button, you guys. I need to get this channel up and out and running. And so with that, stay tuned for the community I don't know if I'm going to do it here on YouTube or open up one in Facebook. If you have any preferences, let me know. It's just a few of us here for now, but I know there's lots of people out there who want to try this. And I am pretty certain that you are going to have unexpected, beautiful results. All right, you guys, take care. See you soon.